Have you noticed more children quietly struggling lately? Not failing, not acting out, just overwhelmed. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked beyond a child's behavior and asked, what might they be feeling right now? Because in today's classrooms and homes, anxiety is not rare. Nearly 1 in 5 children experience significant anxiety before adulthood. That means several children in every classroom may be silently carrying stress that affects how they learn, interact, and see themselves. And here is the challenge. Anxiety does not always look like anxiety. Sometimes it looks like perfectionism. Sometimes it looks like procrastination. Sometimes it shows up as irritability, and sometimes it hides behind silence. As educators and caregivers, we have to become more observant of what is happening beneath the surface. I once worked with a student who excelled academically but froze during presentations. His hands would shake. He would avoid eye contact. He would ask to leave the room just before speaking. At first glance, it looked like avoidance. But when we slowed down and paid attention, we realized it was fear. Not laziness, not defiance. Fear. So instead of removing the expectation, we adjusted the approach. He practiced presenting to one peer, then to a small group. We introduced simple breathing strategies. We created predictable routines so he knew what to expect. Gradually, the fear lost its grip. Eventually, he volunteered to present first. That transformation did not happen because we eliminated the challenge. It happened because we combined empathy with structure, and that balance is critical. Validation without overprotection. Support without lowering standards. Children experience anxiety differently. Some withdraw, some act out. Some complain of stomach aches. Some obsess over getting everything perfect. The causes are layered. Academic pressure, social comparison, family stress, digital overload, and a culture that constantly tells them they must perform. So, what can we actually do? First, create predictable routines. Consistency calms the nervous system. Even small rituals at the start of class can reduce uncertainty. Second, teach emotional vocabulary. Many children feel overwhelmed because they do not have the language to describe what is happening inside them. When we help them name their emotions, we help them regulate them. Third, model coping skills. Take a slow breath in front of them. Say, I am feeling a little overwhelmed, so I am going to pause. When adults demonstrate regulation, children learn that it is normal and manageable. Fourth, avoid common mistakes. Minimizing feelings with, you are fine, shuts down trust. Over-accommodating by removing every challenge reinforces fear. Ignoring environmental stressors like bullying or excessive pressure leaves root issues untouched. Here is something important. Anxiety is not a character flaw. It is not weakness. It is a nervous system response. And when we intervene early with intentional strategies, children can build resilience that lasts far beyond the classroom. So let me ask you this. What is one small shift you can make this week to create a more emotionally safe space for a child? Maybe it is adjusting your tone. Maybe it is adding a brief mindfulness moment. Maybe it is having one intentional conversation with a student who seems withdrawn. Leadership in education today is not only about curriculum. It is about emotional architecture. It is about designing environments where children feel safe enough to take risks, ask questions, and grow. If this conversation resonates with you, I would love to hear from you. Share your strategies in the comments. What has worked in your classroom or home? Your insight might be exactly what another educator or parent needs to hear. And if you found value in this discussion, subscribe, like, and share this with someone committed to supporting children beyond academics. Because when we nurture young minds, we truly empower futures.